Alrighty, thanks again for joining me here on 3 Minute Knives, where we go over the ins and outs of a particular knife in 3 minutes or less. Today, the particular knife that I'm going to go over is my pick for the 2021 Knife of the Year. I wanted to get this out a little bit sooner, but there were a few other knives that I was taking a look at that came out in 2021. So I could kind of, give a good opinion because I've had a ton of knives in 2021. I've handled a ton, and this one, in my opinion, is the best overall pick when everything is concerned. All the factors are in place. The overall pick for 2021. Now, some of you might have a different opinion, but you would be wrong. And this is going to be the best overall knife choice of 2021. So here we go. The overall best knife of 2021. The Kizer Lawn. Kizer Lawn. What do you think? All right, now I'm going to go over just some quick specs here, and I'm going to tell you why. Overall length is 7.9 inches, 3.5 inch blade, 0.12 inches thick, 0.88 inches wide, Bowler N690. This is the Tonto version with the flat grind. They have another kind of a tannish scales as well. You've got these great Frag G10 scales, 4.6 inch handle, stainless steel liners, 3.51 ounces. This is designed by Azo, and Ray Knife. There's right hand, left hand tip up, deep carry clip, and a lanyard hole. So, like I said, I'm taking into account all the factors. Number one factor being price. I've had a ton of knives, a bunch of knives that were over $100, a bunch of knives that were over $200, $300, $400, $500, $600, and there's been some great knives for 2021, some really great ones. But when it comes down to it, not everybody can afford a $200, $300, $400, $500, or even a $100 knife. So I'm basing this pick on affordability and just overall quality of the knife. Now, Kizer has been making great knives for years, but 2021 they put out some really nice ones, and their fit and finish is spot on. And one of the things I really like about a lot of the new offerings from Kizer is the action on it is dialed in so nicely that it almost feels like you're using an assisted knife. Now, this particular one doesn't come with these thumb studs. This is a little set that's called Quick Stud. You can get them off Amazon and eBay. I just put it on here just because I don't know if I have bigger fingers, fat fingers, or whatever, but it makes it easier for me to finger flick it. Now, this has a little nail nick in here, and you can thumb flick it very nicely. You can also just flip it. Now, I love a good Tonto blade, and this one is nice. And I've used this one. You can see there's some scratches on here. It's a great slicer. It's N690, so it holds an edge decently. Sharpens up easily. The scales, the G10 Frag scales. I've seen a lot of companies, you can buy aftermarket scales, aftermarket Frag scales, and you're spending another $60 for Frag scales. This thing is $60 new. $60 new. And that's right in a nice range to where most everybody can grab one. Like I said at the beginning, a lot of people can't afford a $100 knife, $200 knife, or they just don't want to spend that much on a knife that they're going to use and abuse and scratch up. And this is right in that middle range where it's not too expensive for your average person, and it's not a cheap knife either. That is the main reason why this Kizer Lawn is the 2021 overall knife of the year. It's got a great size. It's not too small. It's not too big, 7.9 inches. Very, very slicey, nice and thin. Nice and lightweight, 3.51 ounces, so that's not too heavy for most of you weight snobs out there. It's got a lanyard hole, deep carry pocket clip, everything that anyone would want. It feels great in the hand. There's no hot spots. The frag scales give it some nice grip. So yeah, this is my pick for the overall knife of the year for 2021. Like I said, Kizer put out a bunch of great knives. You know, from the big makers, Spyderco, Benchmade, ZT, I didn't really see anything that really stood out to me. Nothing. You know, I'm not saying anything about their knives. They have some good ones too, but nothing that really stood out. Kizer knives, Concept knives, Reich knives, Max Ace knives, they all kind of upped their game this year, and they've put out some great stuff. So price, overall length, weight, the scales, the thin blade, great slicer, all of that put together, this is a great knife, the Kizer Lon. Now you can disagree, but like I said, you'd be wrong. If you haven't tried one of these, pick one up. Kizer Lon, it's not that expensive. Great knife, Kizer Lon. All right, that's it. Thanks.